Good morning, all. It's Friday. I love me Fridays. Have you noticed? I've noticed. I don't know if you've noticed. Maybe it hasn't happened to you. Maybe people are giving up on me. But I'm seeing less and less liberal pushback, lefty pushback, than I did a month ago. Is it because shit's starting to come out and people are actually seeing it? Are we going to get apologies? Probably not. But I'm noticing the tone down. It's okay by me. But this is story time. I'm going to share an article with you from the Federalist. Remember what I said a couple of days ago in my video about what I believe? How phase 2 is the slowly leaking out and dripping and drip of information that's going to start to wake people up is happening. Since I made that video, the rice thing came out and a whole bunch of other stuff is coming out. And more stuff is going to come out over the next 6 months, a year, 2 years. Watch. Here's an article from the Federalist. How the Obama administration weaponized surveillance laws to target Trump. Federal surveillance laws put in place after Nixon were supposed to protect U.S. citizens. The Obama administration used them to spy on political opponents. Notice it didn't say spy on Trump. To spy on political opponents. You're going to find out other people were spied on before Trump got the nominee. The other Republicans that were running to become the nominee. Cruz and all of them. The drip of newly declassified documents related to the Trump-Russia investigation, together with recent reports that a classified leak against former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn might not have come from an unmasking request. Who told you that? Leaves little doubt that the Obama administration weaponized federal surveillance laws to target Trump associates and undermine the incoming administration. The story thus far complex, but it reveals a disturbing abuse of power by the Obama administration that suggests congressional reform of federal surveillance laws needs to ensure this never happens again. This is the only thing I disagree with the popular belief of the people on my side. They think the FISA courts need to be revamped like it was their fault. It wasn't their fault. They have procedures. The FBI has procedures that, if followed, doesn't let shit like this happen. But when the FBI wants to illegally surveil somebody, they know how to lie, what to say, how to write things, manipulate evidence, lose Woods files, the Woods procedure, which is the procedure the FBI must do and show the court that they verified the information. Remember, the courts aren't going out there investigating Trump and Flynn and Carter Page. They don't do that. They're the judges. The FBI investigates them. And the FBI is supposed to truthfully go to the courts and state the facts. But if the FBI lies about the facts, how does the FISA court supposed to know that? That's where the problem is. So you need to make it the responsibility and the punishment goes to the people who are lying to the courts, not the courts. It's not the court's fault. And you need to make these penalties need to be like life in prison. If you want to do a FISA, you're more than welcome to. But you better damn well be sure that the information you're giving to the courts is 100% accurate. You're not holding exculpatory evidence back, because if you're found to have held exculpatory evidence back, it's the same thing as lying to the court. And you should face like 20, 30 years in prison. That eliminates all of this. That's just what stops all of this. But let's get back to the report here. The latest declassification document, an email written by former White House National Security Advisor Susan Rice detailing the high-level Oval Office meeting on January 5th, 2017 directly implicates then President Obama and other top officials in the targeting of Flynn, including then Vice President Joe Biden, and fired Federal Bureau of Investigations Director James Comey. According to Rice's bizarre email, which she wrote to herself on Inauguration Day, herself as President Trump was being inaugurated on January 20th, 2017, Comey told Obama and Biden he had, quote, some concerns that incoming NSA Flynn is speaking frequently with Russian Ambassador, I'm going to get it right, Kislyak. Woo! I got it right. I have to actually look at his name to pronounce it. And that, quote, the level of communication is unusual. 5 phone calls, all within a certain 10, 20, 30-minute time, because the phone call kept dropping. His cell phone kept losing a signal. So they would drop, the call would drop, they'd call back, the call would drop again, they'd call back. That was the excuse. Flynn's conversations with the Russian ambassador became national news after someone in the Obama administration illegally leaked to Washington Post columnist David Ignatius. People need to go to jail for this. And we're waiting. I truly believe that's going to happen. But we'll see. How are we doing on time? 6:37. Well, it's a long story. There's a whole bunch of things. The title of the next part of the story, A Brief History of Surveillance Abuse and FISA. It goes on and on. I would recommend reading it. It's an excellent piece. But it's happening, people, right before your eyes. You just don't know it yet. But hopefully, I'm pushing some of you into looking a little more deeply into stuff that's coming out. And a lot of stuff is coming out. Trust me, a lot. Well, that's it for today. Have a great weekend. I think I get a 3-day weekend. Woo, my first actual work day, non-work day off since this whole thing started. I'm excited. Bye.